What is up, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix. I'm gonna get straight to it. I'm gonna get straight to it because I am pissed. I am pissed. And don't let the title of this video fool you. Yes, this video is going to be about lollies, but I'm not here to defend people that are into lollies. If you're into that, I'm not here to defend you. I'm not here to attack you. The argument that I have for this video is, as you can see right now, I am on foxnews.com. It says top YouTuber Mr. Beast slammed those criticizing his trans friend transphobia. Is starting to piss me off. So basically, today's story is that Mr. Beast, one of his friends, I guess they transitioned or they became trans or whatever. They transitioned into another gender, whatever, right? And Mr. Beast was defending his friend, and there was a viral, there was a tweet. There was a tweet that is catching the attention of conservatives, and let me show you. It's catching the attention of conservatives, and now they're saying, "Oh, well, this is the reason why he became trans. Is because of the loli, that anime stuff." All right, so this is his account. So this is Mr. Beast's friend Chris, I guess. Yeah. So, and it says nothing gets my knocked a cranking like some lolly. I don't know what he means by knocked a cranking. Honestly, if you know, comment below. But the point here is that they're saying that because Chris likes lollies, this is probably one of the things that led him to become transgender, right? Or him or her, whatever. I don't know the pronouns. And yeah, that led him to become transgender. But they're specifically going after anime, like always. Like always. So we're gonna watch some reaction video. And this is just two conservatives here. There's some big voices. We're gonna go and we're gonna react. One of the first ones is Miss Allie Beth Stuckey. Allie Beth Stuckey has 300,000 subscribers, right? And she has something to say about this guy, Mr. Beast's friend Chris, turning to trans and how it relates to lollies. And I'm going to educate this. Oh my god, I don't want to say the word. Let's get started.
All right, so there was a tweet circulating by Chris over the weekend that I saw some people tweet out. I tweeted it out myself. That really disturbed me. And he said this, and if you don't know what this is, I didn't either until a couple months ago. I saw something that was reported by Redux, and I asked one of the journalists at Redux, what is this that you're talking about? And I'm really glad that I asked rather than searched for it because it's really disturbing. So Chris says this, nothing gets my knob a cranking like some lolly. So he
There it is.
apparently alluding to the fact that he gets sexually aroused by something called lolly. You might see it.
So by knock the crank, that guy Chris meant that that he's into lollies. Okay, sexually into lollies. Okay, whatever. Let's continue.
Referred to as lolicon. And I'm just letting you know that what we are about to talk about is very disturbing. As if what we have talked about already isn't disturbing enough, this is very disturbing. Loli is a form of anime in which the female characters are depicted as children or even babies. Now you'll see.
I don't know about the baby part, but lollies is basically like an adult. It's usually a female character that is older than what she looks. She could be 30 years old, but she looks like she's 17. It's a lolly.
Gaslighting in this, and like from anime apologists saying, well, yeah, sure, lolly, the characters, they may look young, they may look like 13-year-old girls. There was one, yes, that was, the screenshot was retweeted, someone saying that he was super turned on by a form of lolly in which the female character literally was dressed as a baby. All right, so we're talking about animation, but still, these are depictions of sometimes baby, toddler, childlike women. Now, sometimes in lolly, they will have some exaggerated female physical characteristics, but it will still be obvious that they are supposed to look like a minor. And the content isn't always sexually explicit, but the line between regular anime, if you want to call it that, or regular lolly and like sexually explicit content with these very, very young looking girls. It's a very, very fine line. So, Chris, whether he is joking or not, I mean, it's still a weird thing to joke about. He is talking about being interested and specifically sexually interested in this thing called lolly. So, let me tell you a little bit more about that. And this is, again, reported by Redux. Using his official Mr. Beast Twitter account in December 2016, Tyson said, "Nothing gets my knob cranking like some lolly." Lolly is a term which refers to female childlike characters popularized by Japanese animation, but has become synonymous with pedophilic depictions of sexualized young girls in animated pornography. This is also from medium.com. It is short for lolicon, a Japanese term that is derived from the English phrase Lolita complex.
No. A Japanese term that derives from the English term Lolita complex? No. I'm going to get to that in a moment. The term loli, right? The term Lolita, the Japanese use it, but it's not related. It is absolutely not related to Vladimir Nabokov Lolita novel, the Lolita book, right? It's got nothing to do with it. You understand? I know about the book. I actually made a video about it. Vladimir Nabokov's book, Lolita, right? Yeah, so basically the guy is actually a pedo, but Lolita is a fashion in Japan. And by the way, if you look at Lolita fashion, I put an image of it right here. Lolita fashion is actually very innocent. There's like no skin showing whatsoever. Let's continue.
This term, referring to an underage girl who is seductive early, came from the novel called Lolita by Vladimir.
No. The Japanese do not relate that term to Vladimir Nabokov's book. It's not related to it. The Japanese use the term Lolita as a fashion trend. But it's the people that created the fashion trend in Japan, this has no relationship to Vladimir Nabokov's book. Okay, the Japanese just use that word for the fashion.
Nabokov, which follows the narrator's sexual obsession with and subsequent rape of a 12-year-old girl named Dolores, nicknamed Lolita. So, anyone who tells you that lolly is a form of anime, that is fine, that is sweet, because they'll also say, they'll use this disgusting justification for it. They'll say, well, they look like babies, but really in the series, they're really 700 years old.
Yeah, do you know what that's called? That's called storytelling. That's called fiction. Especially in fantasy, epic fantasy, you have like a master magician or something that's like hundreds of years old, right? I forgot, what is the name of that baby-looking guy in Yu Yu Hakusho? I forgot his name. Right, but he's like older than he looks, right? But they show him as a baby because it's like an archetype. What's her name? Miss Allie. If you were an anime fan, you would actually understand, bro. But you freaking don't. You're a boring ass conservative, and this is why. Oh my god. Woo! Okay, let me shut up.
They're really like a century-old witch. They just always look young. Okay? That doesn't
I get the feeling that she doesn't watch a lot of movies.
help anything. When it translates into the real world, what you are being attracted to, what you are being sexually aroused by, is the figure of a child. A sick person.
And I'm going to be fair. Because, you know what? I'm not going to defend Mr. Beast's friend for being attracted to lollies. Again, I'm not here to defend lollies or lolicon if you're into that. I'm not here to defend that. The argument here is that it's because of, and I'm going to get to Michael Knowles in a moment. The argument here is that it's because of lollies, anime lollies, that this guy transitioned, that this guy is this crazy, right? Oh my God.
So lollies can be identified by 4 characteristics. look like a child, behave like a child, smaller bust size, has a cute aesthetic, slash cute slash mo aesthetic. Mo is a Japanese word that embodies the qualities of being youthful, innocent, and feminine. Now, when this tweet started circulating on April 12th, he deleted it. And that's not his only connection to very dark parts of anime. Now, it has been well documented on Chris's Twitter that he loves anime.
Yeah, he loves anime, and look, I understand. Like, there's creeps everywhere, but liking anime does not make you transgender. And if you're like me, I'm a normal dude. Work our everyday job. I pay my bills, I pay my rent, I take care of my family. I help out my family. You're forgetting about normal people like us, okay? But what pisses me off is that conservatives, they go and they spread this message that, oh, it's because of anime that these people are crazy. It's the same thing with the video games. You know what? I'm done with this lady. Done with this. Screw this lady. Let's go on here to my friend Michael Knowles. By the way, I'm actually a big fan of Michael Knowles. I actually like Michael Knowles. He's a Catholic, conservative, Christian dude, part of the Daily Wire. I like the Daily Wire, but like always, like everything else, they just, they always burn the bridge when it comes to certain things. So let's go ahead and hear what my friend Michael has to say.
This guy Chris's opinions on transgenderism or sex or the composite of body and soul or anything like that. I don't even really care that much about Mr. Beast's opinions on YouTube.
Okay.
Ask the question, how does a guy wake up at the age of 26 with a wife and a child and decide that he's a woman? And I suggested that the aspect of this whole transgender phenomenon that people are not really talking about is porn, that porn is driving a lot of this. And I even had that thought because I was speaking to a reporter who had done a little bit of a deep dive onto all the kind of weird porn. I'm not saying this reporter was sort of prowling late at night on the secret browser tab or anything like that, but she had gone down this rabbit hole of a specific type of porn that men who have rapid onset gender confusion attribute their confusion to this. I started watching this porn, which is kind of a hypnosis, and then what do you know? I can't get it out of my head, and it's melted my brain, and now I think that I'm a woman. So Allie Stuckey, our great friend Allie Stuckey, dug up an old...
By the way, Allie Stuckey, we were just watching her video.
...tweet from this guy Chris on the Mr. Beast show. And she said, in a tweet that he just deleted, Chris from Mr. Beast, who recently announced he's transitioning to a woman, says he likes loli, which is L-O-L-I, which is a form of anime porn in which the female characters...
Which is a form of anime porn. Wrong! 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 It is not prawn, okay? It's not prawn. It is an archetype. And again, Lolita is a fashion from Japan. It has nothing to do with Vladimir Nabokov's book Lolita. Okay, I know the book. The name of the book is Lolita, but the Japanese do not relate their fashion trend and their culture with that book. It's completely different. It's completely different, guys. Come on. And look, Vladimir Nabokov and that story about the PEDO. Yeah, we should all attack that. So why don't we go and attack the real criminals instead of just some fashion trend in Japan or some archetype in a fictional world
depicted as children or even babies. Man,
where do they get this baby part?
Many such cases among trans men. I don't know what this guy Chris meant by that comment, where he had made this whole comment about how much he lusted after this genre of pornography. I'm not saying it means that he's a pedo. I'm not saying it wasn't even just a joke on Twitter.
Okay, so let's have some respect to Michael here for realizing or understanding that just because somebody likes lollies doesn't mean that they are PEDO. Okay, let's give him some respect here.
But what is undeniable from this is that this guy Chris knows a lot about porn. If you're familiar enough with porn to make a joke about this obscure sub genre of pornography, then you know a lot about porn, which would seem to back up my thesis.
Okay, first of all, I know that Michael here is he just thinks that, loli is just prawn, right? Porn. But no, again, loli is an archetype. It's like an archetype. It's just the way a character looks. Okay, it doesn't automatically make it porn. Okay, you could watch an anime with loli characters in it, and that's not prawn. It is not prawn. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how many times I gotta repeat it. But you people at the Daily Wire got it wrong, and you conservatives at the Daily Wire got it wrong. And by the way, guys, I just want to make this clear. I actually consider myself a conservative, an anime conservative, I guess. I don't know, whatever you want to call me. But I get really mad because a lot of conservatives are still in this mentality. And it's the same thing with the video games. It's the same thing with the video games, man. So no, lolis or lolitas, they're not prawn. I know there's weird subgenres of prawn out there on Pornhub, on the hub. But no, like you can't just oh my god.
Which I said on the show is just a hunch. I don't know this guy, Chris. I haven't read any scientific study with a lab coat, but I strongly suspect that if you start to have really bizarre sexual ideas and desires, it might have something to do with the ubiquity of bizarre, extremely high-tech pornography that is warping people's minds. And
okay, so basically what he's trying to say here is that because Mr. B's friend, this guy Chris, because he watches a lot of prawn, a lot of loli prawn, right? Because he watches a lot of that, that is one of the reasons why Chris's friend became trans. It's got nothing to do with his social circle. It's got nothing to do with who he's hanging out with. It's got nothing to do with, I don't know, whatever the heck. It's got nothing to do with his childhood. It's got nothing to do. No, but like it's loli prawn. Loli prawn. Yeah, that's it. And look, I get it. You know, porn can be very hypnotizing, and it can melt your brain. I think Billie Eilish said that, you know, porn melts your brain. And I agree, and that's one of the reasons why I actually block it. I block it on my phone. I block it on my computer. I know that sometimes I post stuff on Twitter that is kind of sexy, but I don't. I try not to watch it because it's very mesmerizing and it can mess with your brain. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, I'm done with this. I am done. I'm done with this video. This is a long video. Sorry it took so long, guys, but I was just so pissed. It's always anime here in the West that gets attacked. You know, the best entertainment, the best modern entertainment, anime gets attacked by conservatives, by the left wing, the right wing, by everybody, and because it's just that good. It's just that good, and thank God. But hey, whatever. I hope you liked this video. It was longer than usual, but I really wanted to cover these stories, you know, and react to these videos. Whatever your thoughts are, comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. It's your boy, Andy Matrix. Thank you for watching and listening. Godspeed.